So, while the Star Wars prequels are incredibly terrible, I will admit there are some things that you can get behind. Yes, I know the prequel trilogy is in no way good. Well, I take that back. I can find good things in Phantom Menace. I can find good things in Revenge of the Sith is not that bad in my opinion. Oh, it's not good. I will openly acknowledge it's not a great film, but Revenge of the Sith is probably the better of the three of the prequel trilogy. It is probably the best of the prequel trilogy, and that's saying a lot. But yeah, Attack of the Clones can go. Attack of the Clones. Fuck that movie. Phantom Menace, I can find good things in it. I can find, interesting things about it. And it tries to be a good movie. Revenge of the Sith, it reminds you that Star Wars happened. And that's probably what you can take away the best from it. But like I said, I can't find anything good about Attack of the Clones. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the classic let's bitch about the prequels. Because that's been done, and we all know the prequels are bad in all of their respected elements. But there were some things that the prequels gave to us that were actually pretty good. And that's what I'm going to be talking about right here. With a few things the prequels did right. Starting off with the first thing. It expanded the Star Wars universe. It gave us a bigger universe. You can't fault the prequels for that. It gave us a larger universe in this playground to play with. And it gave us more characters. It gave us probably the best known of the prequel characters in the prequel trilogy, Darth Maul. You know how many Darth Maul fans there are, even though he showed up once? A lot. And, of course, I know he showed up in Clone Wars, and I'll get to that. But yeah, it expanded the universe. We got to see new planets. We got to see new ships. We got to see so much throughout the Star Wars continuity and see it bigger. And it really showed that this was just one gigantic universe, and I thought that was always pretty cool of it. And it gave more for writers to play with. Because let's face it, the Star Wars universe is like... And I've talked about this before of why we like the extended universe so much, because sometimes some of these characters like Fett or Maul, people really like them, real diehard Star Wars fans like them from the stuff they've seen in the extended universe. And, you can thank the prequels for giving more, for giving us Maul, and then the writers to give us more to expand on that. So, can't fault them for that. Next thing on the list, we got John Williams back on the theme. I'm pretty sure if we got anybody else outside of John Williams doing a majority of the music for Star Wars, I think we all would have collectively flipped our shit and hated the movie even more. Because let's face it, John Williams' theme is synonymous with Star Wars, and plus John Williams' music throughout the original trilogy is, again, synonymous. And let's face it, Duel of Fates is a pretty kick-ass theme. Admit it, when you're listening to Duel of Fates, not just when, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are fighting Maul, but like when you're just listening to it on its own, it is a pretty well put together piece, and it's awesome. And also, another one of my personal favorite from the prequel trilogy that Williams did was the March in the... I can't remember the actual title of it, but it's the music from when Anakin and the 501st marched on the Jedi Temple and slaughtered all the Jedi in there. That is a great orchestral piece as well. That is another just beautiful movement right there from Williams. And again, I will openly say that Williams is the only composer whose music will make me cry every time I listen to it. Like, when I listen to the Star Wars theme, that's what kind of brought me to tears during the Force Awakens, trailer, when the teaser trailer came out. Man, that brought me to tears. His music, mixed with the images we saw, brought me to friggin' tears. And when you listen to it, not just in, some points in the prequel universe, but in the original universe, Williams' music just gets you. And other points, like with Williams, is, again, I think I've cried at, every movie he's pretty much... Well, Jaws, not really, but... Jaws was the only one that didn't make me cry, but Superman, and Close Encounter with the Third Kind... Yeah, those themes made me cry. Well, Indiana Jones didn't make me cry, but the two biggest, I will say, the three biggest is the Star Wars theme, and Close Encounter with the Third Kind, and the Superman theme from the Richard Donner films. Anyway, but yeah, his music is just beautiful, no matter what you say with it. And the prequel trilogy, I think that helped the prequel trilogy a lot more. It really did help with what the prequel trilogy was trying to do. So, furthering on that, let's talk about the next thing that the prequel trilogy gave us. Clone Wars. It gave us Clone Wars. Again, Attack of the Clones is a pile of shit, but Clone Wars, on the other hand, whether you're talking about the Tarkovsky series or the CGI series, there's good on both grounds on that. Granted, I will openly admit, I can't sit through Clone Wars Season 1. It was just, oh god damn, that was just so hard to get through. But the following seasons, especially, I think the best seasons of that show were Seasons 3 to 5. Season 6, the 13-episode Lost Missions, or they call it, there's some good stuff in there too, there really is. But, on a whole, I think the best stuff came out of Seasons 3 through 5. Season 2's not that bad, but I just can't sit through Season 1. I really can't. I really can't. But really, again, it kind of expands more of what I was saying about the first reason. And again, it gave us more to play with. It gave us more characters to see. It gave more character to the prequel characters. It gave a lot for them. It gave us a lot more stuff to Anakin. It gave us a reason. Oh, that's why you went to the dark side. There was more to it than that. Okay. It also gave us more characters like Ahsoka, who at first I wasn't cool with. But now I'm like, you know what? I'm cool with you. It also gave us more character development for, like, Padme, Mace Windu. Yoda had enough character development, but it expanded more on that. And it even made us give a shit about the clones. Yeah, remember those things that just showed up and fought droids in the movie? Yeah, it gave us a reason to love, to care about these characters like Fives and Echo and... oh, God, I feel so bad for Fives when I think about what happened to him. Captain Rex, Cody, all these different characters, and I will say that my favorite episodes are the clone-centric episodes. Some of my favorite episodes are the clone-centric episodes. And of course it gave us other characters like Ventress, Savage Opress, The Return of Maul. It gave the Clone Wars gave us a lot to play with. And I think it tried to fix a lot of the stuff that the prequels had done. Like explaining how Yoda's connection with the Force works. It also it kind of wrapped up that mystery of Sypha Dyaz, that plot line that went fuck all in Attack of the Clones. They went back to it in Season 6 and fixed it. Which, thank God for that. And, yeah, it's just such a brilliantly put together... It's a brilliantly put together episodes, but there are other times where you're just like, fuck, I don't care. But on the whole, Clone Wars, and again, in the Tarkovsky series, depending on which one you look for, there's some good in those moments, and again, that's the only thing I will give Attack of the Clones. Give us Clone Wars. There you go. There you go, you fucktard of a film. There you go. You fucking... I hate Attack of the Clones. End of story. Anyway... So, moving on from that is... I knew I had another reason for this film, for why I like the prequels. Oh yeah, it gave us, what the Jedi Order looked like, but I will say there's a con to that, because I never really and I've said this before multiple times, and I've explained this before a few times, why is love such a hated thing in the Jedi Order? I mean... Love, it was love that, that broke through, that Luke used to break through to Vader in Return of the Jedi. It was also his love for his sister that gave him an extra fighting strength in Return of the Jedi to fight Vader, and the Emperor. So, yeah, why is love such a bad thing in the Jedi Order? But we did get to see, what the Jedi Order looked like, and, granted the politics stuff, no one gives a shit about the politics, but really, what we all came there to see was the Jedi Order, and for what it was cool. And of course, if you didn't like the Jedi Order, Revenge of the Sith got you covered with Order 66. Which, that is a great sequence, because as Sam Gavin once put it, it's the have your cake and eat it too moment, where if you hated the Jedi Order and you hated all the Jedi stuff, you can watch them all be killed, or if you love the Jedi Order, it's a sad moment, and man, they do it well. Again, props to John Williams on that front. So, again, the prequel trilogy is nothing short of, good, but it does give us stuff to latch on to. It does give us a few things to latch on to in those regards. So, yeah. Also, I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but I'm really hoping John Williams is composing Force Awakens and the rest of the Star Wars films. At least the main trilogy. He didn't have to be there for all the anthology films. But at least be there for the new trilogy. That's all I'm saying, John. That's all I want, for John Williams to be there, so I can go cry like a bitch in the theater, and no one will fault me for it. Anyway, I need to shut up now. So you guys tell me, in your opinion, are there any good things to the prequel trilogy? What are some of the things you liked from it? I really want to know, is there anybody out there who does have any good things to take away from the prequel trilogy? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.